Mm. Well, all I can say is that it is about time that we got an extra large version of the Kershaw Belair. What is going on, gear lovers the world over? Welcome back to another Blade review here at the channel. If you're new, I'm Aaron. This is Gideonstactical, and we are gonna have a blast. Not only discussing what obviously this larger size brings to the table, if really anything new, and also really discussing this whole sizing from pocket knife companies, and where I really see where a lot are falling short, and I'd like to see like a 3-tiered system. I want to know what you guys think about that 3-tier sizing system as we go through here. I got lots of competitive options that are American-made Magna Cut blades to run up next to this XL Belair, and so much more. I mean, we got Gideonstactical stickers to talk about, just tons going on here at the channel. It is just wild over here right now, and very, very exciting times that we live in. And really, right out of the gate, what I want to hit with you is that I feel like this is the size that Kershaw should have started with from the beginning. Boom, truth dart, reality check, there it is. At 3.4 inches of blade length, that is, to me, the most capable size. I like big knives, I like little knives, they all have their place, but if you were to ask me what is the sport utility size for most pocket knives, I would say it's 3.25 to 3.5 inches. That is where most people are gonna still carry the knife, still be able to carry the knife, and be able to use the blade. Now that is no exception with this knife because of the full flat grind. We got the excellent American-made Magna Cut 62 to 64 HRC. We got the reverse Tanto blade shape, which I would argue the way Kershaw executed the original Belair's version, and then they just carried it over to a 3.4-inch size, because of the slight sweep, because of the drop, you got great piercing capability into packaging, but then you still have phenomenal slicing because it's a full flat. So you're going to be able to wick away at cardboard and rope, cordage. It's what we would probably use our knives most for in most scenarios. Now, if you're a maniac, if you're an animal, or you just prefer really heavy duty, blades, this is not, I would argue, going to be the preferred blade shape because of how thin the blade is, how precise the tip is. There are more brutal, even what I'm going to run in for competitive options here in a moment, grinds that you should consider. But I would argue that this is really what most companies should do for standard sizing. This is not an XL blade to me. It's XL compared to the original Belair, but really it's almost like the Belair should be like a mini. This is standard, and if we're gonna go XL, you should be rocking like a 4 to 4.25 inch blade length. That's an XL blade to me, like 3.9, let's say. And I wanna make sure here with the extra large sizing now that they state, yeah, 3.25 inches from guard to where the end of the handle stops right there. So now I have full real estate. Just wanna run that in there. For a competitive option, the original Belair, my hand is on there, but it's holding on by a thread. It's living by a prayer, honestly, to stay all 4 fingers on there. And so, reality check, do I carry this Belair? Sure, from time to time, I got kind of more form-fitting slacks and, we're just doing stuff. But like general use, it's a little too compact for me. I prefer now this size. This is going to get like 3x, 4x the use that the original size is going to get from me personally. Your mileage may vary. Please leave a comment below. Now, you may have noticed along with that is the G10 handles, which are like gecko level tread, meaning that it is super grippy. Now, it's not like old cold steel knives where it was like diamond, like coated. It felt like it was just gonna like rip your pocket apart. It's gonna destroy everything. I am super glad that they have finally done G10. And as a quick note, they have now released I believe it's only the original clip point in black on black G10 as well. So that is excellent that they are starting to carry over. Now, at launch, if you were to ask me what is my major complaint with the XL, it's boring as molasses. That was my major complaint. I mean, black G10, Stonewash blade, I mean, I guess. I mean, if at least give us, you know, the original blackout kind of smoke wash. It's so cool on the original with black G10. I mean, that would just been kind of like fine. I know down the line we're gonna get tons of color combinations, and you know, or maybe if they had done like that smoke wash with like OD green G10 or something, I think that would have just kind of stood out from the crowd. As it stands, it cuts down on cost, which is so awesome that Kershaw continues to be able to deliver at great value points. This American-made blade coming in at 175 bucks. 175 bucks. Like what? I don't even know what the originals are going for right now. I was kind of looking. I think like 160. So I mean, $15 more, and you're getting G10, which actually I found out, which is just so crazy. In most scenarios, aluminum is easier to work with than G10. Is my understanding, which is just kind of bonkers when you think about it. Now, I'll have links popping up to DLT and Blade HQ, GP Knives, everywhere that carries that. That's in the description box below. Kershaw did send this sample to me early, but they did not pay or sponsor this video in any way, shape, or form. I just got a sample, and as always, keeping it real with you guys, what I like and do not like about these models. The other thing would be the KVT ball bearings. Now, obviously, delicious. I mean, it's like sliding down the most groomed, perfectly slick hill in the Rocky Mountains, and you're going snowboarding, skiing, you know, whatever. I mean, it's just, whoa, you know, I mean, excellent. But we're seeing more and more companies move to washers, and you're not going to notice that much of a difference, and just the durability, in my opinion, and ease of maintenance is there. Leave a comment below on what you think. KVT is totally fine. That's kind of like Kershaw's jam, but that's just something to note. So that's it really with the blade itself. Great, still carries over the Belair pocket clip from the original. Let's go ahead and what do I want to do here? I want to talk about stickers. I want to talk about competitive options because I got like 6 here. And just some sizing so you understand as well. And at launch, again, this is the style. That's it. I am sure we're going to get micarta. I'm sure at some point we're going to get a clip point version. But, you know, there's just tiers I'm sure that they're doing and waiting to see when, you know, what makes sense and when to drop and stagger all those drops and stuff like that. But you can see there, it's not that much bigger, but enough. It's enough of a difference at about ½ an inch on either side to give you more grip, to give you more blade length. So that is excellent to see on that front. And then if we run in, if you own the Iridium, it's actually almost identical in size to the Iridium. Now you may be saying, well, what's the difference between this and the Iridium? Well, the main difference would just be obviously USA made. The Iridiums are overseas produced, China, and then the more slicey grind. And I'll be honest, between the two, my preference and style is the Belair. The Iridium's fine, and I know it's a very popular design, but I actually gravitate more to the Belair's design. But just want to kind of run that in there for us. And then as we look at just a couple other quick now competitive options, Buck's new Elite range that they just recently came out with. Excellent blade. You can go check out that video. I'll try and tag as many as I can. I've reviewed all these that we're talking about. Almost identical in size, but we got aluminum handles. We got the Magna Cut steel, USA made washers, and I don't notice a difference, to be honest, in speed on these washers compared to the KVT ball bearings. They're so fast, but just slightly less maintenance. Lower grind slightly, but still very thin and slicey, very competitive in that size range. But this one's going to be 220. 220 for that. So there's some obviously more detail, you know, more little things that they've worked on with the Buck. So the accents is more what you're looking at, as well as blade design. But excellent option there. I just want to run in for size. The old Griptilian, there you go, just for some sizing, very similar in size. The Griptilian still has a little bit longer handle, and is going to be beefier and rounder. This is still keeping its slim profile, but the blade is about the same length there. And then finally, the MYSTO. The MYSTO would really be the only blade in my mind for pricing that can really hold its own against this XL. HOGUE, same HRC, Magna Cut, rich light handles, titanium standoffs. I don't know how they're doing it. Washers. There you go. Almost the same size. About 165, give or take. So about $10 less currently. The main difference for me is sliceability. The ergonomics feel great. You know, there's a lot going on there. Styling obviously is very different, but the lower grind with the piercing swedge is a lot more durable. It's not going to slice quite as well as the Belair. The Belair is going to be slicier, but not have as much robustness behind the edge and around the tip. and that's really where, you know, I believe at that point, styling and then blade is, because we're getting same HRC, we're getting MagnaCut, we're getting excellent crossbars. I mean, there's a lot going on there. So leave comments below on what you guys think about the new Belair XL. What do you want to see next from Kershaw? Do you want to see a double X? And stay tuned, because in our next video, we're going to be looking at 2 other autos that just dropped from Kershaw as well. So stay tuned. That video is coming real soon. And if it already dropped and you're watching this weeks later, I will try and tag that below. Till next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. See you out there.